You're classified as a first felony offender. You have a sentencing date there in Morehouse Parish, May 21st, 2015, for carnal knowledge of a juvenile and indecent behavior with a juvenile. You received a 10-year and 5-year sentence. Those are running consecutively, so you're serving a 15-year sentence. And your parole eligibility date was November 21st, 2018. You don't earn good time, so your full-term date is May 25th, 2027. Is that information correct, sir?
I believe it is, yes.
All right. Mr. Lynn, your case this morning has been assigned to Mrs. Stapleton, so I'm going to turn it over to her so she can hear from the warden and take your statement and start our interview. Mrs. Stapleton.
Okay, Mr. Lynn, I'm going to ask you, what happened that caused all these charges? There was a date that this child came to visit you. I want you to start from that and tell me what happened.
Oh, that's been a while back. What it just basically comes down to is I took a notion and lost my mind. It just happened.
All right. Well, this child, she was your stepdaughter, correct?
Well, not legally. It was my wife's, current wife's, daughter. Yes.
I'd make her your stepdaughter.
Okay.
That she had known you from the age of 2. And then this happened when she was 14 or 15 years old.
I want to say she was 15.
Okay. So she had a bond with you, a trusted bond. You were her father figure.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So she came to visit you, and during that visit, there was 3 times that the girls came to visit you, but on one particular occasion, you gave her a marijuana cigarette to smoke and vodka to drink. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes. And then from that, we had the aggravated rape.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Well, that's the first time I've heard that.
Oh, well, how did that happen? And not going into details, but there was 3 aggravated rapes you were charged with.
I don't recall seeing any of that on my rap sheet, or I didn't hear any of that in my discovery or sentencing or anything.
Did you have sexual intercourse with this child? Are you saying you did?
I did.
Did. Okay. Was it on a camping trip?
Was it on what?
Y'all were on a camping trip? A visit? Yes. That's the time I'm talking about. So yes, it did happen.
Right.
Okay. And then when you were interviewed, you victim blamed the child. You said she came on to you and you weren't going to turn it down. But now this is after you gave her vodka and a marijuana cigarette, which was illegal too, because, you're not supposed to give children vodka and a marijuana cigarette. So get them drunk, and then this happened, and you were her father.
Right.
Okay. So from that, we come forward with, you were eventually charged with, let's see, the 3 counts of aggravated, but 15 counts of indecent behavior, 7 counts of carnal knowledge, and all of that was pled down to 1 count of carnal knowledge of a juvenile, and you were sentenced to 10 years. And then another one count, and there was 15 counts of indecent behavior with a juvenile, and that was pled down to 1 count, and you were sentenced to 5 years, and that ran consecutively, so a total of 15 years. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So with all of that said, have you taken the sex offender class?
I had started it, but they had discontinued it at Winfield during my right after my first phase of it.
Where you're at right now, they don't have sex offender class?
No, ma'am.
No, they do not. Okay. Any other classes that you've taken?
No, ma'am. I had become a tutor at Winfield, and that is just about it.
You've appealed this case once, is that correct?
I did.
You did. Okay. Well, just a little bit of what the court said about that, because, they denied your appeal. The court noted that as a result of the defendant's action, the young teenager will carry the emotional scars for the rest of her life and will require counseling for most, if not all of her life. The court noted that the defendant received the benefit of leniency through the plea agreement, which resulted in the dismissal of 20 additional criminal charges. The court stated the defendant used his position and status as the victim's ex-stepfather to facilitate the commission of the offense, as he had known the victim since she was 2 years old and developed a close relationship with her, and then violated that trust, and that you attempted to blame the victim, which is what I was talking about. Do you have anything to say about any of that? Is that all true?
That's all true.
Okay, you have strong opposition from the AG's office, the DA's office, the sheriff's department, and the chief of police. And you have past victim opposition. I noticed that you don't have, if you were to get out, I didn't see a residential plan or an employment plan. Was that correct?
I don't have anything as of yet.
Yeah. And then we just talked about you haven't had any sex offender classes, which in 2018, they were talking about that as a reason for denial. Okay, I'll turn it over to my colleagues if they've got any questions.
Mr. Farrar, any questions?
Good question.
Warden Douglas, is there anything you can tell us about Mr. Lynn?
As far as I'm concerned, just strictly knowing him since I've been employed here, he's one of our trustees. He does the washing of clothes and everything for the annex. He's prompt, on time, does his job every day, and doesn't cause any problems. Respectful, speaks to everybody properly, and basically, if you didn't know he was there, you wouldn't know he was there.
Thank you, sir. That's good to hear. Mr. Lynn, anything else you want to close it out with? Anything that you'd like to say?
Well, the events that we're talking about are in the past. It won't happen again. I can guarantee you that. I'm sorry that I ever stooped that low. I was at a low point in my life, and that would probably never happen again. There's no possible way.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, sir. I don't see any other questions, Mr. Lynn. I think we're prepared to vote. Mrs. Baker.
Mr. Lynn, today I'm going to deny your request for parole, and it's because of the heinous nature of the crime to a juvenile, the extensive opposition of law enforcement, all law enforcement, and victims' opposition.
Mr. Barra.
I concur with Mr. Stapleton for the same reason.
Mr. Lynn, my vote today also is to deny, really for the same reason you were denied at your last hearing, because you haven't had the sex offender treatment. I think you would, it's a public safety issue that you received that treatment. I realize you've not been in a place that offers it, but based on the same, that and the same reasons as quoted by Mrs. Stapleton, my vote today is to deny. So today, sir, your parole has been denied. Good luck to you, sir.
Should criminals like this even have the opportunity for parole? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe for new videos every week.